Surprise, motherfucker.
Yes, guys, I have returned. Welcome to the most must-see show on Cardiff City World. Nay, it's Podcast Nation. This is your Flower Hour on your Wednesday evening. It is quiz night, baby. I am Rob. I am joined with my Liam to my Noel Gallagher, Mr. Matthew Angel. How the bloody devil are you, my friend?
I'm good, Bat. I'm good. I'm just glad to have you back on the other end of the screen. I was going to say then, I've missed your ugly mug, but, I just see you twice a week at football training, so I haven't missed it that much.
Nah.
But, no, it's nice to have you back, but I know you've had lots of things going on with work and family commitments and stuff, so that comes first, as always. But, yeah, obviously, nice to have you back, buddy.
It's lush, mate. Do you know, I've been looking forward to the stages, and obviously, unfortunately, I couldn't get logged in on Monday to do the patron show, unfortunately, because of details and what have you. But we've gone past that. We're here. I'm there. And how's my Wi-Fi sounding, most importantly?
So far, so good, buddy. So far, so good.
This is
glad you've had a bit of an upgrade. So, all good. Well, I'm hoping mine's all right tonight because I've come to my parents because they've gone away. So I've just popped down here for a bit. But,
mate. Sounds good to me. Sounds wicked to me.
Obviously, just before we do crack on any further, just a big shout out really to Rhys David Evans, who stepped in a few times when obviously you've been caught up with other things. I think he slotted in brilliant, and he's done really well. So, yeah, massive shout out to Rhys. Thank you. But from now on, it's me and Rob are back. But so no more Wednesday. Well, saying that, Rob's going away for a couple of weeks again now. So, just dipping his toe in tonight, getting used to on a phased return. But
he's spot on, man. That's the best way to describe it there. Now, honest to God, like literally. Rhys has been class. Like I've caught as much as I could of you two together and you've been brilliant. And I know this, even though I've come back, this won't be the last you'll see of Rhys either. So I know there's going to be continuous shows with him as well, which is wicked for the channel because at the end of the day, he sums up Cardiff more than I can do at times as well. So it's wicked. It just adds to us all. We're a big family at the end of the day. And it's lush to have an extra dimension, isn't it, at the end of the day? So we are happy. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier at the start of the show, it is Wednesday, it is quiz night, but of course, there was a wonderful game that took place last night. So we will obviously get into that. Obviously, want to say as well, massive happy birthday to Brownie. Matthew Brown, who's sponsoring us with our t-shirts and things like that at AGM. Hope you have a wicked birthday, mate, and have lots of embroidery moments to come. But anyway, without further ado, yesterday evening, a win took place, which is mad. You were there, Mr. Matthew Angel. How was it? How did it go down?
I was there. Personally, I had a good day yesterday, so I was positive going to the game. There was lots of rumours beforehand that there was the attendance was going to be low, which it always is on a Tuesday night midweek anyway, and especially now you're coming towards the winter months. Kids are still in school, and if it's half term, it's slightly different. But like I didn't get home till 20 past 11 last night, and trying to get Josh up for school this morning was a nightmare. But as again, I take him, his memories made, and it was brilliant. But it was a weird atmosphere going into the ground last night. I think it was, nerves, I suppose. It was a game really we had to win. I know we're still early doors in the season, but that pressure just keeps building and building. And, it was going from, we've only lost 3 games, there's no need to panic yet. Then it was moving on to 4, 5, and before you know it, that gap is just going to get bigger and bigger at the bottom. And, granted, we're still bottom of the league, but at least we've managed to pick our 3 points up now and, close that gap. And hopefully that'll boost a bit of confidence. So, yeah.
No, that's it. And I think that, it's been a torrid start to the season. That's the most polite word we can describe it. It's not been great at all. So when you come into the game yesterday, seeing the selection, what was your initial thoughts?
Again, positive, I think. I was happy with the selection. I think Jack Anick proved why he should be our number 1 goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. But I think I feel much more comfortable with him between the sticks than I've done with Hovarth. Like I said, he will make mistakes, but we're all human. We all make mistakes. But I don't know, I feel more comfortable with him there. Our back 4 last night, obviously there was a couple of changes. Jamalu Collins was on the bench, Bacon coming in after being suspended. Will Fish was out injured, so Gutas come back in. So it was a little bit apprehensive, should we say then, about Gutas, because we haven't really performed similar to Perry NG. I'd put them both in the same bracket, really, whereby we know that they've got the ability and we've seen them perform for Cardiff, but we just haven't seen it this season. And they're not the only ones, because you could probably say for most Cardiff players, to be honest. But going back on last night, Gutas was amazing. Read the game brilliant, controlled the back 4. I thought he was outstanding, and it was good to see him put in that performance last night. And I think that all I was missing last night was a scruffy 6-yard goal from a corner from him, really.
Yeah. Want to talk about goals and things like that. Mate, what was your thoughts when he come on?
I was surprised they brought him on, to be honest, because he hadn't been in the matchday squad for a couple of games now. If I was to bring him on, I would have probably brought him on the right and just add him to, because he's good.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought he was going to come on to do.
Yeah. But then, he just looked clumsy. Obviously, he missed a chance, but I couldn't see it because it was down the Canton end and I'm mostly at the family end. But again, he come on and he ran his socks into the ground, and it was good last night to actually watch a team who looked as if they were out there and they were putting a shift in for the badge, and they put bodies on the line. There was a number of times the ball was cleared off the line, and Rolsey, I thought Rolsey was outstanding last night.
Yeah,
he's not going to set the world alight. He's not one of those types of midfielders, but he's a dog, and he worked last night, and he went in athlete with some challenges type of thing. But yeah, it was just an all-round better performance, a team performance. It looked like they were playing for each other. So hopefully now it's something that we can build on. That victory last night breed a little bit of confidence going into another difficult game on Sunday against Bristol City.
Yeah, and I've seen today that Darland is potentially back as well. So I think we can all agree that Darland fit, he comes straight back into the team, and Darland fit. Chambers probably the one to miss out, and then Dimmy partner with centre half.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for me. It's a good headache to have for the manager. I think if you've got a few in the back defensive setup then were playing well. Chambers, I don't want to sound too harsh really, but he hasn't seemed at the races the last few games. But again, he's not on his own. Like before last night, I would have been happy to have seen Perry NG have a bit of a break and give the youngster a go. But again, credit to Perry NG last night. Even before he scored his goal, I was talking to the guy in the seat next to me and said, it looks as if he's coming back to what we used to seeing with Perry NG because, for a couple of months, we haven't seen it really. So it was nice to see him put a shift in last night. And obviously the goal went in and arms were up in the air and stuff. It was good to see that hunger and want back in the players really.
Splendid. Okay. Well, means our is quiz night, baby. Shall we move on?
We'll dive straight into it, shall we?
Dive straight in, mate.
Are you still thick as dog shit, or have you been doing some reading since you've been off?
100%, mate. I may have been away for a while, but nothing has improved with me in the slightest. Apart from my Wi-Fi, evidently.
You've missed the love, haven't you? The love and the banter.
Mate, this is all about. This is what makes me keep coming back.
Before we go on to the quiz, I just wanted to just seen a comment in there now. Special shout out to Rinnemote. Stayed on the pitch at the end to do more fitness work while others have down tools. He just kept his head down and worked hard. Yeah, I think a lot of them do that anyway, don't they? I think the fitness guys probably tell him to it. But then I didn't see David Turnbull doing it, and he literally came on for like 60 seconds, didn't he? I think. He probably didn't do enough to warm up in the first place, I expect, to link him warm down. But again, manager using the seconds wisely, I suppose, taking the seconds off the board. But yeah, just going back to that Rinnemote substitution, and obviously he come on for Ollie Tanner. Obviously, Rinnemote on the bench, Ashford was on the bench. What was your thoughts when you seen that substitution? Did you think perhaps he should have brought Ashford on? Did you think Rinnemote bring him on probably a little bit more defensively than Ashford rather than...
Yeah, I think it was more of an experience thing just to see the game out at that stage. I think that it's being smart with how you're going about it and using your subs wisely. I think that was just more of an experience decision more than anything else.
I think if it had been any earlier in the game, if it happened on 50 minutes, it might have been a different substitution altogether. But it was nice second half really yesterday that we were still going at them. We were still trying to have a go. How many times have we seen it in the past where we've scored a goal and we kind of sit back and invite that pressure on really and just try and park the bus and defend the lead? But
I think the confidence now they must take from this, and they must take from that, is the fact that we didn't get to see the goal, which is huge at the moment this season. The fact that they didn't get to see the goal, and I think that should, and I bloody hope it does wonders for confidence-wise, that back five, because as we all know, we were on minus 15 goal difference before the start of the game, which Cardiff should nowhere near be that in the season. And I think that's huge for them, and just hopefully now we can kick on a weekend. But we shall see, my friend.
That's a big 6-1 up against Pompey. Last going off on last night then, Ruben Colwell. I know we've sung his praises and probably sigh more than anybody else over probably the last 12 to 18 months, really. I think we all know the talent that he's got. But for me, as difficult as the games have been, he's been the shining light for me, to be honest. And another brilliant performance from him last night. I think his fitness levels have gone through the roof. You know, he's obviously worked hard in that area. Some of the touches he'd make, you know, I thought he was fantastic again last night. And I'm sure it was you who said, did Sky give him man of the match last night?
Yeah. Sorry again. Yeah. 100%. He was class last night. One thing I wish he'd take out of his game a little bit is just knowing when to pass, knowing when to stop. I think that's what's stopping him now. His fitness is much better. Much, much better than what it was last year. I just like to see the one thing of his game is knowing when to say stop, collaborate and listen, and pass to the next player. Because he does try to do a little bit too much at times, which is fine. I get it, but I think that will only come with experience at the end of the day. So yeah.
And good comment made by Paul there.
Yeah.
Obviously, but you know, that's something we've lacked. It's not just him, is it? It's something we've lacked all over the park, really. So again, now hopefully confidence breeds throughout the whole team, which will only, you know, benefit Ruben in those attacking areas as well. So
well, we know he's got in his locker. We know he's got in his locker. Look at that game against Southampton when he hit that worldie from absolute nowhere. So we know we've got in his locker. So just fingers crossed now his confidence can start to build, and he can kick on and have an amazing season. But
just a couple of comments in there. I'll start with Reese's first. Big issue again. We got our wide men drifting narrow. When they stay wide like Tanner, you'll see how well they link up and exploit the spaces. Sometimes he does something too much rather than passing. Just a quick one, Reese, just a bit of spelling and grammar. There's a capital letter after a full stop, buddy, all right?
He's gone for him tonight. Oh, he's gone for him.
Oh, he's loaded the gun there, haven't he? And I'm just firing it, but. And then Martin goes on to say then, our wingers' starting positions were much better last night, much higher up the pitch.
Was that
just going back? What's that? No, Joshua just dropped something and smashed something everywhere, I think. So we'll have to clean up now in a minute. You do that? You should be in bed, but anyway, it's 9:20.
You want to see the return of the king?
Yeah, he did. Reese, it's my phone. It's old. It doesn't know what's a name. But I'll shout out to Reese's mum as well. Birthday coming up. She had a big shout out on the big screening last night. Good old Lorna.
She's Reese's mum.
I'm not sure when her birthday actually is, so Reese, get it in the comments. But I'm going to give her a shout.
I think she plays the 12th, but
no, that's it. Nice.
I could be lying. I could be making it up. I'm pretty certain she said earlier the other day it was the 12th. I could be talking on my bum, which is standard.
Right. Should we dive deep into this quiz then? So I think there's 15 questions altogether. I don't know if you want to hide. I don't know if you want to hide the answers and let me see them.
I like them.
Perfect. Right. Let me split my screen. Yeah. So the first set of questions are like the who am I? Remember we've done that in the past, and I give you a load of clues, and you've got to try and guess who the player is.
I've been that far away.
Perfect. Right. So we'll start with numero uno. Who am I? Some of my former clubs include Plymouth, Cheltenham Town, Oldham, Leicester, and Fulham. I played as an attacking player. Although born in Bristol, I have played international football for another country. In 2018, I commanded a £10 million transfer fee. Who am I?
Are these all Cardiff related, by the way?
Cardiff and Bristol. There's a bit of a pattern listen to it and you'll work it out then. They've represented both Cardiff and Bristol City.
18 million, did you say?
10 million. Back in 2018, he commanded a £10 million transfer fee. I'll repeat the clues. Some of my former clubs include Plymouth, Cheltenham Town, Fulham, Leicester, and Oldham. I played as an attacking player.
Bobby Reid.
Although born in Bristol, I have played international football for another country. And in 2018, I commanded a £10 million transfer fee.
Bobby Reid.
Bobby Reid, Rob's gone with.
I'm not 100% convinced on that, but I know he played for
David Evans has gone for Bobby Reid as well.
Oh, he's nicking my answer.
I'm not sure how many people in the chat are partaking in the quiz this evening. I'll give them another couple of minutes, a minute or two. Search Google. Ask Alexa. But, yeah. Lorna, Paul, Martin, Ryan, you're going to have a guess. Jacob.
Wake up.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. The big man's back.
Yeah, boy.
Bob Bank 27, Bobby Reid. Lorna Evans is making a cuppa. Come on, Lorna. You should have had a flask made ready for 9 o'clock.
Look at me. I've got a cuppa ready.
You've changed, you have.
It's part my rebuilding.
So the correct answer is Bobby Reid. Well done. 1 out of 1.
Well, I feel that one. That was a good one.
Right, number 2. My former club is Oxford United. I can play in a variety of positions, ideally on the left-hand side. I made my international debut in 2016. When I signed for Cardiff, I signed a 3-year deal.
And they play for Cardiff and Bristol. Read the clues again, please, Bat.
No problem, but let me just switch my screen. My former club is Oxford United. I can play in a variety of positions, ideally on the left-hand side of the pitch. I made my international debut in 2016. And when I signed for Cardiff, I signed a 3-year deal. I'll give you a clue. He wasn't in the matchday squad last night.
I feel like that's not really much of a clue.
He's Irish.
Ooh. Oh, my mind's gone completely blank.
Do you want Josh to give you the answer, Bet?
Yeah, go on, Joshy boy.
Oh, Dowda.
Oh, of course it is, man. Cheers, my Joshy boy.
Oh, Callum O'Dowda. Callum O'Dowda. Yes, Bob Bank 27. You had it. Rhys David Evans had it. Well done, guys. Number 3. Some of my former clubs include Swindon, Middlesbrough, and Stoke. I have put the ball in Swansea's net. I'm a defender. Whilst I was at Bristol, I had Player of the Year 2 years running. Who am I?
Aidan Flint.
Aidan Flint. Rob's gone with Aidan Flint. Rhys David Evans has gone with Aidan Flint. Lorna Evans, Aidan Flint. Bob Bank 27, Aidan Flint. Paul's gone for Flint as well. The correct answer is Aidan Flint. Well done,
Come on,
guys.
boys.
Right, number 4 we're on now, I think. Is there number 4? Undai Tree Pedwell.
Lost count.
Yeah. Some of my former clubs include Swindon, QPR, Wycombe Wanderers, Royal Antwerp, and Aston Villa. I have represented my country at every level from under 16s to senior level. I won Cardiff's Young Player of the Year award in 2010-2011 season.
Me out.
I was a goalkeeper. Who am I? There were some other former clubs, but I thought I'd pretty much give it away.
What clubs again? 2 sacks, sorry.
Former clubs include Swindon, QPR, Wycombe, Royal Antwerp, Aston Villa. I have represented my country at every level from under 16s to senior level. I'll give you some other teams he's played for now. I won Cardiff's Young Player of the Year award in 2010-2011. I play in goals. I've also played for Burnley and Manchester United.
Tom Eaton. Who's the
Tom
Burnley
Heaton, correct.
United then? It was right.
Yeah, Tom Heaton is the correct answer. Plenty of people in the chat having that as well. Bob Bank 27 straight in with Tom Heaton. Reece David Evans. No surprise, Mr. Google there has got Tom Heaton. Lorna Evans, Tom Heaton. Martin Ryan is still talking about Callum O'Dowda, so I'm not sure if you're a little bit behind, Mark, but obviously you crack on watching it as you are, mate, and still chip in with your comments is much appreciated. Top man.
100%, buddy.
Right. Next one. Former clubs include Granada, Alanaspor, excuse the pronunciation, Clermont. I have represented my country, which is Senegal. I play as a forward. I played over 160 games for Bristol, scoring over 50 goals. Straight in there, Robert's gone in there, and you've actually pronounced his name right, I think.
Those who remember from when he was at Cardiff last year, the amount of times I mispronounced his name when we were doing these shows, sometimes on purpose, sometimes on accident, and I've got it right on a quiz night. So, bang. Well done, Rob Wild.
Yeah, straight on there he was then, but fair play to you. Bob Bank 27, bang, straight in there. Martin Ryan, back playing, you're back on time, buddy. Top man, straight in there with the right answer. Paul, yeah, I think you got it. We'll take that pronunciation or the spelling for that. I'll give you some English. The same. I'll do you and Reece discount on English grammar lessons. But yes, awesome. We move on. Former clubs include Crewe, West Ham, Wigan, MK Dons, Bury, and Mansfield. I played as an attacker. I played more games for the Robins than I did the Bluebirds. When I signed for Cardiff City, I only played 3 games before I was ruled out for the rest of that season. Who am I?
What year was that?
Oh, I don't know, Rob. I haven't written that down, but I don't copy and paste things. I research them properly.
Right.
But I should have put the video down.
Oh, what a question. So I'm tipping my tongue as well. I can't think what his name is. I'm out. I can't think what his name is.
Plenty of right answers in the chat. Bob Bank 27, you were on fire tonight, my son. The correct answer, Nicky Maynard.
Oh, Nicky Maynard. Oh, what could have been? What could have been with Nicky Maynard? I tell you.
Bob Bank 27 had it right. Martin Ryan had it right. Reece David Evans. So, yeah, Paul, just to answer your question, buddy, players have represented Cardiff and Bristol.
Sort
of. Next one, then. We move on. Former clubs include Ipswich Town, Leicester City, Southampton, Plymouth Argyle, Brighton and Hove Albion. When I played as a defender. Bit of a clue for you. I moved into management after playing. I played 11 times for my country. So the clue I give you there, I moved into management after playing. So I'm not necessarily saying he might have played for both teams, but he might have both teams. Who was making people think this one? Martin Ryan, bang, straight in there. Darren Pearce, Roberts gone for. Martin Ryan's on the ball, straight in there. Wait, give it there's a minute or two. There was a lot of teams there for Reece to search on Google or Wikipedia when FA play.
Am I still not delaying for you?
No, you're all good, Bet. It's all good.
Show one bar on here. Let me turn my wife off my phone.
No, you're good, Bet.
Sweet. That's all right, yeah.
So, Reece, you just asked the question. So, this one played for both or managed both? Sorry, I got confused by that one. So, yeah, I'm not saying... I'll give you more of a clue. We managed both teams. He has managed both teams. Martin, just on your comment there, I had the pain of watching his side play. I think we can all feel that pain, buddy.
This is a good one. This is Age.
Paul says Roberts. So the correct answer is Martin Ryan's got it. Russell Osman.
Who?
Russell Osman.
Before my time, then, was it?
Let's move on then. What's that, Bet?
What year was he?
I'm not sure. I didn't write that down. Point noted from next time. I'll try and put the years down and stuff as well.
All right. All I'm saying is that wouldn't happen when I'm doing a quiz, but it's all right.
I'm just grateful you're on actually doing a podcast, but
bang bang. As you were, my boy.
Right. Some of my former clubs include Portsmouth, Wycombe Wanderers, Dagenham and Redbridge, Cheltenham Town.
All right, start that again because I got distracted by the comments for a second because I thought they'd all be the same as me.
Some of my former clubs include Portsmouth, Wycombe Wanderers, Dagenham and Redbridge, Cheltenham Town, I played over 200 games for Bristol and over 100 games for the Bluebirds. I played as a midfielder. When I left Cardiff City, I returned to my hometown club. Who am I?
Ah, Christ, the bike.
Josh, turn that off now, dude. Please. Plenty of answers in the chat.
These are making my brain hurt tonight, ain't you? I like.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow,
the correct answer is Marlon Pack.
So obvious now, like it's so obvious.
Right, this is the last one of the Who Am I section of it, and then I think there's about 5 or 6 just random questions. And then when I say random, I mean there's some random ones on it. Some of my former clubs include Middlesbrough, Peterborough, Rushden and Diamonds, Walsall, and Bournemouth. I played as an attacking midfielder. When I signed for Cardiff, I went out on loan to Nottingham Forest in the January transfer window after I signed the previous summer. However, when I returned to Cardiff, I signed a 2-year deal. I played over 50 times for Cardiff, scoring 10 goals.
What nationality is he?
English, I believe, but he never played for England, not that I'm aware of.
Cheese and crackers, Ange. Could have made him easy for my return, couldn't you? New bug.
Again, you'll kick yourself when I tell you what it is. Some fans used to take the mick out of him for being maybe a bit chubby at times through his career.
Rob Boyle.
No.
John Parkin.
No. Scored some pearlers for us. Was quality player.
Nah.
Initials LT.
Lee, I was going to say Lee Trundle. Then.
You got the first name right. Lee Tomlin.
Fucking hell. Oh, I'm having a meh. Jeremy Gary as well.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me, man?
Right. So it's just there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions to go in, but right?
Yeah. Sound. I back myself to these randomers.
Some of them are random. So last season we played at Ashton Gate. We managed a 1-0 victory. Who was the goal scorer?
Dimmy.
We've gone for Dimmy. There's some correct answers in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Reece David Evans, bang.
There's one of the defenders.
Straight in there. Paul, straight in there. Martin Ryan, straight in there. The correct answer is, in fact, Perry NG. I do believe it was from a corner he scored in that game as well, I think.
I do
I always remember that game because he did.
I do support Cardiff, guys, FYI.
I always remember that game because he dipped the shoulder into one Bristol player that game and he sent him into the crowd, didn't he?
That's right, of course it was. Yeah, he put him in the guy in a popular.
You know when I said there was random questions. This is a random one, right? If you was to get on the bus, the supporters' bus outside Cardiff City Stadium, and travel to Ashton Gate, how many miles would you be on the bus for?
55.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Then bang, straight in, 55. Obviously, the closest person to it, without having getting your route planner up or your Google Maps or whatever it is.
That's the thing. A route finder.
Yeah, route planner I used to work it out earlier, but over the Severn Bridge, I didn't fancy swimming the channel, so just redirected it. So I'll read some of the answers out. Martin Ryan, 48. Paul, 115. Reese, 72. Bob Bank, 45. What did you say, 55?
Yeah. Might have cut a bit short.
Bob Bank is the closest with 45. The actual route planner said 44. So fair play to Bob Bank. You only had an extra mile to walk after you got off the bus, but so fair play.
Oh, well
Lorna, I love that answer.
What's that?
Lorna's answer. Depends how much you've had to drink. Get there quicker if you drink. Not if you're driving the bus, Lorna.
Naughty, Lorna. Mrs. Reese's mum.
Right, here's another one for you now, and it's taking you back 7 years. In 2017, Neil Warnock's side visited Ashton Gate, and we were defeated 2-1. Both goal scorers for Bristol on that day went on to play for Cardiff City. Can you name both goal scorers?
What year did you say it was?
2017. Neil Warnock was in charge.
All right, one was O'Dowda. Nah, what do you mean?
You got that one right. Give me that.
Oh, he gives a goal. Flint.
Correct. Plenty of correct answers in there as well. Bob Bank, as I said earlier, he's been on fire tonight. I think he's starting to take Rhys David Evans' mantle of being the fastest person to type their answers in. Rhys, you've got competition, buddy.
He's got Siri.
We'll have to do a countdown version, a Cardiff City countdown between Rhys and Lorna. Rhys's mum can be the woman who does the number game, man.
She could be our Carl Vorderman.
Yeah. Well done, guys. That was a good bit of remembrance. Oh, here you go. Here's a nice one.
Ooh.
And I've got a year for this one as well. Can you name the only Welsh manager to have managed Bristol City? And what year did he manage them?
Was this Steve Cooper?
Bob Bank, he cheats with no capital letters. Martin Ryan, yeah, Bogle sent off. He actually scored that game as well, I think, didn't he? And got sent off in the...
Not Steve Cooper then, is it?
No, it's not Steve Cooper. Lorna Evans has gone for Bobby Gould. Not Bobby Gould.
Nah, no idea.
The right answer is in the chat.
Let's have a look.
Has been a very successful manager in the Premiership with a team not far from the Midlands.
Tony Pulis.
Tony Pulis is the correct answer.
I did cheat and I did look in the chat then, I will be honest. Yeah.
Well done, Martin.
Completely forgot he managed Bristol City, mind.
Right, yours are completed.
What year was? Sorry, Age. What year was that? He managed.
1999 to 2000, buddy.
Oh Christ! Yeah.
Still shitting green, and it was, buddy.
Come on, boy.
Right, yours are one to make you think. Since 1994,
Oh Christ!
November 1994, so nearly 30 years ago, Cardiff have had 29 managers. 5 of these have been Welsh. Can you name any of them?
Since when? 94.
1994.
Oh my God, Ainge! What fucking question's that?
It's a good one, but there's some answers in the chat already. Martin Ryan, you go one, buddy. Bob
Steve
Bank,
Morrison,
26.
countless one.
Yeah.
He had a few appearances for Wales, didn't he? Even though he weren't really Welsh.
Paul, that's a great shout. That's a great shout by Paul there. That is correct. Gabardon and Young, only for a month, I think they done it. But
fair play, yeah, they did, didn't they, for interim managers?
Bob Bank, Burrows was Scottish as fuck, wasn't he? Yeah.
Oh, it's a great question, that. Can you give us some clues?
Yeah. So, the one who was in charge 94 to 95, his daughter married a Scottish rugby player, and she is very popular on
Gabby Logan.
BBC. Yeah, so what was she before? What's her dad's name?
Daglish.
No. Rhys David Evans, I've got it.
Oh, fucking yes, I just checked in this. Terry Yorath.
Yeah.
Of course
I think that's
was.
it then. So Terry Yorath, 94 to 95. Gabs and Scott Young obviously stepped in for the month between September and October 2014. Paul Trollope, short stint between July and October 2016.
Oh, was Welsh, was he?
Yeah, and then Steve Morrison, another short spell, 21 to 22. So I probably left the most random question till the end. Let's see what happens. Bristol City are called the Robins. Cardiff, obviously the Bluebirds. First question. What is the life expectancy of a robin?
Oh, fucking hell. 7 years.
7 years, straight in there. Didn't even have time to think about it. Didn't want to give David Attenborough a ring on Phone a Friend. Bang, straight in. 7 years.
Rhys David Attenborough.
Rhys David Evans has gone for 2 years. Martin Ryan, 3 years. Bob Bank, 27, 6 years. And then he's put days. So we've had a bit of a 2, 3, 6. Richard Newell, 2 years. I think you said 7.
7, is it?
Paul says 9. So the life expectancy of a robin, the life expectancy of a robin is 5 to 6 years.
I'll take as a club.
Yeah, so you can guess where I'm going next. What's the life expectancy then of a bluebird?
Fucking die, you prick. As I'm killing a fly. 4 years.
It's gone 4 years. Rhys David Evans has gone for 8 years. Martin Ryan, 10 years. 19 years and 27 days. That's brilliant.
Do you know it's a good job when you're drinking squash in here because it's just tripping me out, all these answers.
The correct answer is between 6 and 10 years. Bit of a random one, wasn't it?
Oh, random, be fudged.
Then that concludes our quiz night for tonight. So, yes, happy days. Nice to have. We haven't done one of them for ages, have we?
Oh, it's mint. It was such a good one to come back to. I was doing a quiz, isn't it? Like, it's great. So, literally, that was quality. Some of those questions were just mad. Like, especially the last two, like, what the fudge? But, no.
Bit of giggles, isn't it? Great that everybody got involved as well with your questions and with your answers as well. So much appreciated on that. I'm quite impressed with your internet as well, but fair play. We haven't had no issues whatsoever this evening.
Mint. Can't wait for our next watch along now then.
Yeah, perhaps we not shouldn't do that. I don't think they've ever gone well, have they?
I'm on a 0% success rate for victories and goals, in fairness. So, yeah, maybe we'll knock our on the head. But no, thank you so much, Angel, for doing that quiz. It was class. It was absolutely great fun. Much love and thank you to people in the chat for your comments, your questions, your answers, etc. There's a few names that I'm not familiar with, so it's great to see yourselves in the chat. I'm sure you guys have been regulars with Angel and Reese, so it's nice to meet you guys. Myself and Angel, we won't be back until I'm back from my holiday, so it was a little of a bit of a short drop for me. I'm away for a little while again, but I will be back, I promise, and we'll have more quiz nights. But of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Channel growing massively. Like I keep seeing like the posts from the guys and it's mad. Like it's literally going mental. So thank you all so much for your support.
It was brilliant last night. Obviously we were outside the ground, and as we was walking out, somebody was like trying to fist pump me and Reese, and it was like we went over, and he was like, "Great show, love your show." So yeah, I think Reese was buzzing from that last night. So
yeah, you were buzzing as well. You're lying shit.
I'm used to it now, but to be honest, you know.
No.
Jokes aside,
like, and you the co-host of Big Rob Boyle.
Yeah. But no, jokes aside, is you know, it's brilliant. And at the end of the day, if we didn't have guys here watching and contributing, you know, at the end of the day, you guys make it what it is, and we just here to, you know, give our honest opinions on Cardiff. We don't pretend to be professionals or anything like that. You know, we're not sitting on TalkSport or Sky Sports News. It's just we Cardiff fans passionate about the club, want them to do well, and yeah, that's what it's all about. So, and you know, we enjoy doing it, having a bit of a giggle, and away we go type of thing. So, before we do go, what's your thoughts regarding the weekend? I know potentially, I think Robinson come off injured last night, didn't he? So I don't know whether or not he'll be fit for the weekend. Be interesting to see what happens.
I go Rindorf personally. I think they got to pull a trigger on him sooner or later, mate. He's pulling up trees for the end of 21s. He scored again. Was it against Ipswich, I think, the other day? Some guys will correct me if I'm wrong, but they've got to pull the trigger on him. And if he is going to be a backup to if he's not going to be the number one to Robinson, then he needs to be there instead of Mate and Kanga, because there's so much more about him than them two. Like, you know, I don't like to put players down. Believe it or not, I had my feelings with Josh Bowler last season, and I don't want to turn this into a slagging contest with Mate this season, but he just looked like a bull in a china shop, mate. They did last night. Sorry, I beg your pardon. And I just think Reindorf would offer so much more. He's such a young boy, talented, very, very talented young boy. We just need to pull a trigger on him. We've got to pull a trigger. I think personally.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, buddy. And I think last night probably was an ideal opportunity to do that against Millwall. And I think it's something Reece has mentioned on podcasts previously that, Cardiff fans are a little bit more forgiving at home if they can see, you've got a youngster out there who's trying his best, trying to put a shift in, working hard. If something doesn't quite work, bleeding him into the team at home is probably the best way to do it. But, we'll see. It was, like I said, positive performance last night. Wasn't great football at times. Millwall weren't great, if I'm completely honest with you. But, we've done a job.
Our team, though, isn't it?
Yeah. They had some big players in there, caused, the amount of times the referee had to blow his whistle at every corner because there's pulling, and it wound me up, that did, to be honest. But it is what it is. And I think, speaking to Perry NG, they interviewed him after the game, and, they got their tactics spot on. And Perry said, they were grabbing, and if the referee's got a blow to talk to someone, it just allows the Cardiff players to kind of regroup, position themselves or whatever. So it's just playing smart, in it, I suppose. But I suppose when you come out and say a comment like that, and that gets publicised, a referee's going to kind of be looking at that now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up giving a penalty away on the weekend because somebody drags somebody down in the box.
That's absolutely spot on, mate. That is, and I think some of his experiences, NG, there. I gotta be honest, I've not seen it, and based on what you said, there, you gotta be more switched on than that. You can't go saying stuff like that because referees are not stupid, mate. They watch interviews, they listen to these things, especially when they got a game coming up against said team. So that's daft. That's very, very silly from him there, to be honest with you, mate. But hey ho, we shall see. Are you Reece on Saturday?
I'm back on Saturday with Reece David Evans. Just a bit of a reaction show from. It was Sunday, innit?
It'll be Sunday.
I'll have to have a chat with Sai. So we'll probably do Sunday and see if we can get something out on Saturday. I'll have a chat with Sai. So I would imagine me and Reece will be back Sunday evening. Over the Flower Hour, we're going to try and keep to a Wednesday, and the show on a Saturday then is going to kind of be renamed. I've had a quick chat with Sai about it, and potentially we're going to ask the people in the chat to rename or name a show for me and Reece on a Saturday, and we'll kind of pick the one that suits the best. But the Flower Hour was ours, so that's staying for me and you on a Wednesday, buddy. And then we can have a look.
100%. And obviously, don't forget as well, guys, to check out Ace Podcast Nation as well. For a price of a pint of coffee a month, you can become an Ace Podcast Nation member to get early access to shows and live events and whatnot. Obviously, I'm not going to be around much, but I'm hoping to be doing one with Reece, not Rob Ball from Wish, Reece, but Reece Pycroft on Monday. Hopefully we're going to do a show before I go on my holidays on Tuesday. So make sure you check out that as well. But it's been an absolute delight. Thank you so much for having me back. It's like I've never been away, and my brain hurts now from those really difficult questions. But
and normally we finish off and you say there's only one thing left to say, but I'm going to flip it today, and because obviously you haven't been here for a while. See us out, Rob.
Up a flower.
Die.